Hello everyone, this is How to Yona Tech 2. It's been a long time since I created the first video, and during that time I've realized that there's a lot of things that I didn't really explain in depth, and the last video was very vague. So in this video I'm just going to go more into depth and explain what you're doing wrong and what you could possibly, be doing right. Over the time, some things have changed, unfortunately. Like, the hitboxes, in my opinion, are a lot different now compared to when I first created the video. Like, it's a little bit more difficult than before, but it's still pretty much the same thing when you get used to it. All right, no more talking. Let's get right into this video. Okay, so let's go over some of the biggest mistakes that I've seen, like, so far when helping people learn and just trying to understand like what people are doing wrong. Okay, so I've noticed a lot when I'm teaching people how to do this that their angling is just usually really slow and either not wide enough or just like very slow, or they're just angling the wrong way. A lot of people also forget to time their sprint as well, and they sprint off the jump, which kind of ruins the momentum. And just timing their block button as well is also important, and just positioning yourself wrong. So I'm gonna put a few clips in here just showing like what your movement should be, how your angling should be, and showing how it's properly. Okay, so some of the biggest things that you need to focus on is making sure that your positioning pre-snap is directly in the middle of the field. And the reasoning for this is because the tight ends have gotten a lot better now, and they're starting to match angles. So when you're starting off directly in the middle of the hashes, they can't match your angle if they don't know where you're going. You're the first person to make the move, and that's the reason why when you Yona Tech, you want to be directly in the middle of the field. Another big thing is that people a lot of the times will try to avoid the tight end, which is kind of a bad thing when you're doing this tech, because the whole thing is you are feeding off of their aggression. You want them to get a perfect block on your torso, and then you are slingshotting off of their body. Like, that's the whole point. So I showed at the beginning how you're avoiding them, but in this you really want to be right in the middle of the field. And yeah, let me just get on that point. You really only want to use this tech against a few things. Like, there's a few things that are required to use this tech, okay? So if your ping is usually really bad, it'll be a lot harder to time and a lot harder to perform this tech. So if you're averaging around 100 ping, 120 ping plus, you probably won't want to use this tech or even be playing mid DE in the first place. Another thing is you primarily are using this against aggressive tight ends who are trying to get the first block. And you will notice that when a tight end is playing very aggressive, this tech will work almost all of the time. But when they start to back up and try to catch you, that is usually the only time where this tech will not be as successful, because you're feeding off of their aggression. So if they're not playing aggressive, and you'll see in this clip, if they're backing up trying to catch you instead of holding you on the line, then at that point you just need to end up avoiding them and angling your way out of the situation, because at that point, you're not really Yona teching. Okay, now that we have gone over all of the things that are negative, I'm just going to show the exact movement of what you should be doing when you are Yona teching, because a lot of people forget that you're backing up right into the blocker, letting him hit you, and then angling out of it. That is a Yona tech. You're not trying to avoid them. That's big. Okay, so you'll notice the exact movement is that you go directly back into them, you angle wide, and then you sprint and press X and angle your camera. And that will give you the momentum shift off of the blocker. And you're basically just feeding off of them, off of their aggression. Obviously, you won't be this far afield if they're actually blocking you. You'll probably be at the LOS, but it's the exact same movement. You want to back up into. I think that covers up pretty much everything that we've missed. Recovering is a lot better for tight ends now, so you just have to end up avoiding if they still get chips after you shed them, because that happens a lot. Always make sure that you're angling wide and your timing is correct. It takes a while to get used to the timing. So if you're doing it wrong, the timing is usually a big part of it. Just make sure you're timing your X and your sprint at the exact same time, and then you should be good. If there's any questions, concerns, or even any feedback that you have to give, I created a Discord server called Yona Tech Labs where we lab stuff. So if you just join that server, it'll be in the bio. We will go over anything you don't understand. Just make sure you're practicing a lot. It takes a while to get used to, but after you practice, you will be good and we'll all get right. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you all have a successful experience trying this out.